Welcome to Business Startup for Boomers. This is the show that brings you inspiration and ideas to start your own boomer business. Here's your hosts, Larry Aarons and Jeff Williams.
Covering all angles here for boomers who want to start their own business. Now, in another episode, and you might look for this if you haven't heard it yet, we talk about information-based businesses. And today, in this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about consulting as a business for you, as a boomer. And they are two different things. What's different about consulting versus information, Jeff?
Well, hi, Larry. Consulting primarily is the sale of connections and knowledge to businesses and corporations. Information businesses are as likely today to be sold to consumers as to businesses, and maybe even more so. So consulting is more specifically either to nonprofits like school districts or the government, or to corporations, or to your local small business. So that's the big differentiation. It's more of a what they call B2B or business-to-business environment.
I see. So you're dealing with management types, C-level individuals in corporations if you're trying to run a consulting business.
Well, at least division heads. You may not quite get to the C-level all the time, but you're usually dealing with people that are director level who have a project. And the reason that consulting has been popular as a business for boomers for a long time, because a lot of us have really specialized industry knowledge when we leave the corporate world, and we have a lot of connections. You know, we've been maybe in the same industry for 25 years. We've gone to the trade shows. We've maybe won awards. We know a lot of people, because the first key to having a successful consulting business is, as with the information type of business, you have to sit down and say, here's exactly what I consult on. And I'll give you a quick example. I had a client last year in Connecticut. He consults on corporate taxation. Now you'd say, well, what's so special about that? There's, accountants all over the place. Well, he doesn't consult on income tax. He consults on other kinds of tax, like inventory tax, head taxes, per employee. Some areas of the United States taxed by the employee. Canada has a different system than the United States does. And this guy works for a company that has like 15 warehouses in the United States, and they have different taxation. His job is to sit there in Connecticut and work out the best deal in every one of the 15 locations. Very specialized knowledge. He's got a master's in taxation. He's probably one of only 15 guys in the United States who know how to do this. So that's how. So number one, you got to define. You have to define what you're going to specialize in. Number two, then, is what I like to do is I like to say, open up a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet, and see if you can't list at least 50 prospective, maybe not clients, but I'm going to call them touch points. These will be 50 people you can reach out to who will have interest in what you're specializing in, and it will either refer you to somebody inside their company or who will give you consideration for doing work for them directly.
Now, this is a time when, as a boomer, you use your connections, your knowledge in the business, and if you've had a corporate job of some kind, likely you've worked with consultants before, so you can slide into that seat and become that consultant, but it requires some specialized knowledge on your part. What's the best way to start a consulting business? Like you say, the network, and how do you start reaching out?
Well, first of all, define your message. And the first thing I would do is I would build a website and really spend time on that homepage, because as busy as consumers are when they go out and looking at websites, corporate people are even more busy. They hit the homepage and they're in and out of there really quickly if they don't see exactly what they're looking for. So what you have to do is and maybe you do this by going to some of your past friends in the corporate world, or maybe some people you know in your industry, and just say, listen, what are the three most important challenges that are facing you all the time? Because that's what you want to talk about on your homepage. So some other businesses, you can wait 6 or 7 weeks to do the website, but in consulting firms, I say, let's get on this right away, because you're going to sell via the web. That's where your people are going to find you in most cases. So build your selling story.
And position yourself as a problem solver, right?
Right, absolutely. You got to, matter of fact, sometimes very effective on a homepage for a consultant is to ask some questions. Do you have the following problem? And then have a link, and when they click on that, it takes them to a page that says, here's our solution. Then maybe you have problem number 2. Link takes them to another page, got their solution.
Very effective. Very effective. Hey, if you want to start a consulting business, you can certainly consult with our friends Jeff Williams and his team at Biz Starters. Simply go to the homepage there, look on the front page there, and it says book a call with Jeff, and do exactly as we're doing. Have a conversation with Jeff and pick his brain about possible consulting business for you. And that's the way to do it, huh, Jeff?
Absolutely. Very simple, quick to do. And I've been a consultant myself in addition to owning information business. I've been a consultant for 25 years also. So I know this firsthand. If you have any questions, particularly about, do I have the capability of being a successful consultant, just drop me, book a call. Let's talk about it.
Jeff Williams, everybody at Biz Starters. Jeff, thanks so much. Great info today.
Thanks, Larry.
This has been Business Startup for Boomers with your hosts Larry Aarons and Jeff Williams, the show that brings you inspiration and ideas to start your own boomer business. See you next time.